Hello everybody, Danya here. Getting ready to start a new card, so I thought I'd video it since I'm going to be using some older products with a little bit of a twist and how I make some die cut flowers that I thought it'd be fun to share with you all. I'm going to be making a step-up card, and these are the dies, or some of the dies that come with this kit. And I want to use the word with this, thanks for being my friend, that also comes with this kit. And the way this works is this only cuts out the letters. So if you want it to come out, cut it out into a square, you need to drop it in. That's why they're called drop-ins. I do not want to use this as the outer portion of my thanks for being my friend. I want to use this dotted square instead. So let me go ahead and cut out all these pieces, and then I'll come back and we'll see where that leads us. Okay, all cut out. So here's the base. The score line's already there for you, so you could just go ahead and score it to make your stand-up card. And you have your layering die. And then you have your words. See how pretty it came out with the little dots all the way around it? And I already know that I'm not going to like this, and I'll tell you in a second why. You also have these other layering pieces for the sides. Oops. They go up. I don't like this because it's too busy in the background. I feel like it competes with the words. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a backing for this in another color so the letters pop. But instead of using a square die, I'm going to use a scalloped die. In doing so, I'm going to trim from here to here to just give me the covering on the bottom, and then that saves this whole piece of paper up here that I'm not going to be using. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I went ahead and cut the top part of the layering piece, and I went ahead and glued down all these little parts. And here is the scalloped square with the drop-in using the dotted square die instead. So I was just going to glue it down, but I have a feeling I want to pop it up. So I'm going to go get some foam to pop it up. And I'm also going to go get the layering because I want to decorate this all with flowers to show you how I do my flowers. I went ahead and glued on a piece of foam that I cut down a little bit smaller than our sentiment square. This is 3 millimeter thick fun foam. You can pick it up at any craft store. And I just glue it on and I use it as a pop-up for my cards. You can get thinner foam as well. There's 2 millimeter, but this one just happens to be the one I grabbed. And, you know, so depending on what you're doing with the card, if you want to put it through the mail, if you want it to hold up, if you don't want to pay the extra postage, you may want to go with a little bit thinner foam. And again, you don't have to pop it up. I just want to. So I'm going to put it low enough where it just covers the strip. And you can still see the green around. And now we'll put this aside to dry. And now for my flowers. To decorate this card, I want to use the Newport flowers. And those are the ones that are here. And my inspiration for this card is this cardstock. So I'm pulling the colors out of this paper pad. And what I did is, this is a very inexpensive kids metallic watercolor set that I picked up at Michael's. I don't even know the brand. It's plastic. Probably didn't pay a whole lot for it. And I went ahead off screen with some paper, any paper that can hold up to water. It doesn't have to be watercolor paper, because all I'm doing is a wash. And I don't know if you can see the sheen of it, but it's really pretty, and you get these nice soft colors. So all I do, and I'm just going to do real quick here so you can see what I do, is I like to spray with water to get the colors started. And I don't have a spray bottle here with me right now, so I'm just going to wing this with the brush. You take a wash brush, and let's see, I'm probably going to need more of this. This is the one that looks the closest to mint chip up here. Let's see, right here. So you just kind of find the colors that work the best, that you think will work the best. They do go on a little bit lighter than what's in the palette. And just spread the color. You might have to do 2 layers, but wait till it's completely dry before you come back and do the second layer. It looks a lot like the one next to it, but it will dry. It will dry more green. So now we'll just let that dry. We'll let that dry. Then, when that's all dry, what I do is I'll probably cut it down by color, just because it'll be easier to work with. And I'm going to go ahead and find what kind of combination I want to layer these flowers in. So taking my card base, I'm going to figure out how I can do these flowers to fit and not overpower the card too much. So this one's kind of pretty here. Maybe do the smaller one over here. This little smaller one here. Maybe this one's a little bit bigger. Here. And then you also have these little, I call them snowflake flowers. I could use them for layering, or I could use them for decorative. I might use the leaves as well. That's going to be kind of pretty. So the best thing to do is just to go ahead and start cutting. So I'm going to go ahead and, once I cut the colors down, I'm just going to go ahead and start randomly picking what colors I want to layer together. And it doesn't really matter because, again, I'm working off a palette, so it's all going to look pretty in the end. So let me go ahead and see what I come up with. Okay, so I went ahead and cut out a few of the flowers from the shimmery papers that I created. And I went ahead and layered some up. We don't really need a whole lot of flowers for this. And I layered them up, and I went ahead and assembled them, bent them a little bit. I added I don't know, these little things that I had in my stash. It was these little plastic, inexpensive doodads. I think it's to make a bracelet because there's a hole going through it. Made a couple of little tiny ones, and I just layered them with the different colors. Offset them a little bit so you can see the layers of color. And I went ahead also and cut out a couple of these little stars. So as you can see, it wasn't that many cuts. And these are cute because these you can layer as well with the smaller one on top if you prefer. But I'm going to keep it simple today. So now here's my card. And now I'm going to go ahead and figure out where I'm going to put the flowers and go ahead and glue them on. Okay, that's the card. A sweet spring card for a friend. It was fast and simple, and a different way to use your products. Thank you everybody for watching. Please like if you like this video. I really would appreciate that. I know it doesn't show up on the bottom, but that's okay. Like it anyway. Take care.